Going back to my friend Celsius, I feel bad for having ignored him when I was in town. But I've tried to help him so many times. I've given him good advices. I told him stop gambling your money away, but how do you speak to someone who's so addicted to gambling? He used to call me so many times asking for money, every month or so, asking me, can I borrow £100? £100 is a lot of money for me, I have a family to look after. And I cannot just lend him money whenever he spends. And the thing is, he started getting used to just call me whenever he needed money. One time he called me when I was at work, and he sounded really desperate. I said, okay, yeah, he needed £30. I said, all right, I'll lend you £30. 30 or 50? I think it was 50 actually, £50. I said, all right. So I went to the town center, to Starbucks, and I lent him £50. And I asked him, what happened? I said, oh, I went gambling, he said, and he earned under £150. But then because he was on a roll, he started spending more to see like if he could earn more. But instead, he lost everything. And I was really fuming, but I didn't say a word about it. Actually, I did repeat it myself and say, "Look, man, you need to stop gambling because you could have had so much money saved by now, which you could, because he pays like a small rent and everything." But anyway, so I lent him the money, and he told me, "Oh, thank you," and he told me that he needed the money just to buy tobacco for the entire month. That's all he needed the money for, just for tobacco. And I felt such an idiot, because I needed that money to buy food for me and my family. And and I just gave that money away to him. But this went for ages, him always calling me for money because he was broke, because he went gambling and he had no money. But that's not my fault, I'm not working to feed him. And the thing is, the more I started to help him, the more he started to call me. Every time I lend him money, he would pay me back. It's true, but a few, oops, wrong door. A few weeks later or a month later, he would call me again because he knew he could depend on me. So it's okay if I spend money gambling. If I need to borrow some, I'll call my friend. And it came to a point that the calls started to become more and more. And it wasn't just for money, it was for the things. He needed help with everything. And a little problem, he would call me to go and translate stuff for him, to make phone calls for him. And I told him, look, you need to go to Citizens Bureau, and they can do these things for you, not me. They can translate and everything, They got people who get paid for that. And the favors that he asked started to be so many that I just had to cut down with him. And after a while, just cutting him off just for a bit wasn't enough. So I just had to cut him off completely. I stopped answering the phone. And but he was still calling almost every day. And after a while, I just had to change my phone number. And it was a bit sad to see him today in town when I went there and I saw him sitting down at the gambling place, head down. I could tell straight away, oh, he went gambling and lost his money. But I didn't say a word, I walked past the shop and I looked just by instinct. I looked because I thought, is he there? Because he's always like in this shop. And Sorry, talking to a friend on Roblox. Yeah, I saw him today in town, and I felt bad for him, you know. But if I had stopped and over to say hello, because he had been gambling and he probably lost, you know, by the look on his face, I could tell that he lost. I knew straight away that's it. He's gonna ask me for money, and I can't really lend him money. Like I said, he gets used to it, and if I lend him money today, next month I'll have to do it again, and the month after, or in a couple of months again, because that's how he spends his time, you know, going to gambling places, and he buys a brand new phone today. A few weeks later, because he has no money, he goes and sells that brand new smartphone or an iPhone or whatever. He's always doing that. He buys a new watch, but then gambles the money away, so he has no money. He has to sell the stuff that he has. It's it's boring. It's repetitive, and for I don't know 8 years, I kept telling him just save some money, you know. But I give up. Maybe I should have gone and said hello to him today when I saw him, but I don't know. It took me years just to get rid of that friend, you know. Sometimes you have to get rid of a friend. Sometimes there is nothing you can do for someone. You try and help them, but there's nothing you can do. They have to help themselves, you know. And that's it. That's the reason why I didn't went over to say hello to my friend. So I'm trying to collect now as many pieces as I can. See, this is the only gambling that I do. Playing Roblox. Or playing PlayStation 1 or Xbox One. Sorry, Xbox 360. That's the one that I have. I don't have Xbox One anymore. Come on, a couple more orders, and that's it. I'll go and deliver this. I'll go and deliver these now before I lose them. Oops. All got mistaken in this house. Oh, I'm running out of time. Oh, my car went missing. The cars tend to go missing between B5 and B6. I might miss one order. C1. Quick, quick. And take this one. I might just do it. I can't be bothered to walk to the pizza place, so just reset and you start back at the pizza place. And that's it, folks. That's why I didn't went and say hello to my friend. Because I did try to help him for so many times, For so many years, I lent him money. I told him stop gambling, save. I gave him so many good advices. I took him to so many places, I tried to guide him. I managed to find his family in Portugal, and but even them don't really want to be in touch with him because they know how he is. So there's nothing else I can do. He's got other friends here, I know that, but like a lot of his friends just give up on him, and I I understand why. It's sad, but you cannot help someone who's really addicted to gambling like that. You can try, but sometimes you just have to give up. Okay, thank you for listening, and thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you all soon.